Good morning, everyone, and thank you all so much for tuning in to today's video. Um, from last week's video, a lot of you are asking me what products is included in the 69 makeup use. This is only my foundation use, my foundation use, because I do not have a lot of powders that go with my foundation. I do not have a lot of concealer. So this is only foundation. Currently, I have 69 bottles of foundation. This is just for my foundation use only. But I do tell you what products I use that go with each foundation, and I'll tell you whether or not the product works with and how to use it and how long it takes, such as this product today. This morning, this was a hot mess, and now it has shined up nicely. It has taken at least, it is now what, 11:42 a.m. I did my makeup at 8 a.m. this morning. 8, 9, it's taken 3 hours in order for this makeup, in order to get it nice and shiny to be with the skin. Even I myself was laughing at myself this morning when the look was completed. But now that I'm looking at it 3 hours later, it is now nice and perfect. Okay, so let's get into this. Most of these foundations I did use off camera, so if you want to see how I apply these foundations, you got to go check out my Triple X channel. That is the only way you will be able to see how I apply and adhere these foundations on the daily when I'm not filming. You gotta go and check out my Triple X channel. I only used one on camera for the purposes of a video with YouTube. And that video is coming out very, very, very soon. But for the other foundations that I'm going to be showing you, I only use them off camera, and the only way for you to see those videos is for you to go and check out my Triple X channel, the one that has to do solely with makeup. Okay, and see how I get ready and I get prepped for that duty over there. Anyways, let's go ahead and let's get into the foundations that I used off camera this week, and I'll tell you how I feel about each foundation. Okay? So, the very first foundation that I used this week, this one I did use on camera. This one I did use on camera. This is the Kind and Free from Rimmel London. This is a new foundation from Rimmel London. Kind and Free foundation. Okay. This foundation is very gentle on the skin. It is absolutely very gorgeous on the skin. It gives you a much, not as dark of a shade as this foundation does, but a much lighter of a shade. If you know the Fenty Beauty Body Lava products, this matches that exactly. The Fenty Beauty Body Lava products, this is a perfect drugstore dupe for Fenty Body Lava. So if you want the Fenty Body Lava, but you don't want to spend the Fenty Body Lava budget, grab this one. $15. $15. Fenty Body Lava, $45. This one to get the Fenty Body Lava look, $15. This one is the next one that I used off camera. This is the CoverGirl Outlast Extreme Wear 862 Natural Tan. Um, is another very, very beautiful foundation. I have absolutely no problems with this foundation whatsoever. This is also new to CoverGirl, and I'm still studying the foundation, so I have absolutely no information in regards to this foundation currently, but I can tell you that from what is being shared out there in the makeup community is that this represents the Charlotte Tilbury foundation. So if you haven't used the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Airbrush Foundation, grab this one. Grab this one. Instead of spending the $42 that it cost, grab this one and it will cost you once again $15 in order to get the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless look. Now this foundation right here, another one that represents Charlotte Tilbury the Flawless filter. You want to get Charlotte Tilbury the Flawless filter. By the way, I know what y'all gonna say. They've changed the formula since. They have changed the formula since I last used this. This is not the same formula that I bought 2 years ago. This is absolutely a completely different. It is not the same. Even I myself was umming and ahhing about it when I bought it. Yeah, it's not the same formula. It is not the same formula. The formula is different. It is more relaxing on my skin. It doesn't make my face look patchy. None of that. It did not do that the way that it did it the last time. It did absolutely none of that. No streaks, no nothing. It's been made better. This foundation, which is the CoverGirl Clean Matte BB Cream, it's been made so much better than what I purchased back in 2020. This has been made much better. Thank you, CoverGirl, for listening. Much better. This foundation, the final foundation, this is a characterization type of foundation, which is basically what my skin went through this morning before it got to, well, the natural skin look or almost the natural skin look. Y'all, this is more of a character foundation and it takes a really long time for the foundation to heat up to your skin and make it look like flawless skin. It took 3 hours this morning for that to happen, okay? And this is the Beauty Clean Canvas Photo Finish Foundation. This is definitely for your oily skin, girl. Definitely for your oily skin, girl. If you are that of a theater stage performance kind of girl, this one is for you. But please make note, it will take at least 3 hours in order to calm down, in order to make your skin not look as oompa loompa-y. Okay? It will take 3 hours to make your skin not look oompa loompa. I was lying down for about 2 hours of that just now. Let me tell y'all, I was laughing at myself too. I was laughing at myself. I was absolutely laughing at myself this morning at 8 o'clock when I was done, but I ain't laughing no more. I ain't laughing no more. But this is more of a character placement foundation because of the fact that it takes so bloody ass long to get here. It takes that long to get here, okay? So be careful when you get this foundation. And this is a beauty supply store foundation. This is a $5.99 foundation that's looking like it came from, well, the Bay or Neiman Marcus. This is a $5.99 foundation. This is a $5.99 foundation. And I got this foundation in PR. So thank you. PR. Anyways, let's get into the concealers. Let's get into the concealers that I used this week, which is only three. Three. Okay. So I went in with this concealer. Y'all have seen me sell this concealer. If y'all have seen that video already, If not, you'll be seeing it. This is the Maybelline Superstay Active Wear 30-hour foundation. Not foundation, concealer. Maybelline Superstay Active Wear 30-hour concealer. Y'all, no crease, no nothing underneath my eyes. Y'all can't even tell whether or not my skin is skin or it's concealer at all. Y'all can't tell nothing with this. Y'all, this is sweat proof, budge proof. The only thing that I can probably wear in the summertime that will get me to wear makeup in the summertime is probably Maybelline Activewear. That be it. That's it. Concealer, amazing concealer. This is the once again Maybelline be hitting it out the park, y'all. Maybelline be hitting it out the park. This is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Corrector. It's a corrector. So if you have pigmentation issues like I'm having now going through menopause, yeah, I know I'm going through menopause. Surprise. I'm growing old. I'm as old as a motherfucking well tree that was birthed 2 years ago. I'm getting there. I'm old. Menopause, pigmentation. Get this and you'll be good. Get this, put it in the areas that you're having issues blending out with regular concealer. This will take care of it. This right here. This is Pacifica Natural Minerals Liquid Cover Full Coverage Vegan Concealer. Vegan concealer. Y'all, this ish don't work with its own foundation. It does not work with the Pacifica foundation. But with this foundation, it works. It works. It works. It works very, very well with this. It's very hard for me to blend this out with the Pacifica foundation. When I wear this with the Pacifica foundation, this thing dries down just like that. This thing dries down just like that. It doesn't, you, you got to use a sponge with this when you use it with its own name foundation. But when you use it with something like this, or you use it with the Fenty Beauty one, like I've done before, you can wait all the time in the world and it won't be drying down. None at all. Absolutely none at all. Okay? Now let's get into the powders that I used. Powders, setting powders, setting powders. Let's get into them. All right, so let's start off first with the loose powders. The loose powders, okay? NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop loose powder. I used it to set my under eye today. You can't tell no more. Earlier, you could have told. Now, you can't tell no more, okay? You can't tell that I used it at all. It doesn't, no. Mm-mm. 3 hours later, you cannot tell that I used this. The NYX can't, you can't tell at all. The next one, this Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. Excellent for under eye setting powder. It kind of feels like the Laura Mercier under eye setting powder. It feels like the Laura Mercier under eye setting powder. Okay, y'all, my final truth. Y'all been wanting to know my truth in regards to the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation. It's trying to be the Laura Mercier and the Maybelline, but it's not. It's trying to be the Laura Mercier and the Maybelline's under. It's just not meeting up with its co-partners. It's not blending. It's not following the rules. It's not touching ground with my under eye at all. But the thing that it does do is that it allows my eyes to look like I have baked for like 2 minutes when I haven't baked at all. That's what it does. It allows for me to look like I've baked when I haven't baked, and that's the best way to work with this Fenty Beauty Pro Filter powder is let it sit for 2 minutes, then swipe it away, and then it sits better on the skin. I have tried to swipe it away so many times immediately, it be looking like the cake don't be baking at all. It be looking like the cake not baking at all. So you got to give that powder 2 minutes to sit in order for the cake to bake, for it to look like this. That's what you got to do with the Fenty Beauty one. Okay, now we're going to go into bronzers. This is they're both the same bronzer, both the same shades. However, one is lighter and one is darker. This is the Joe Fresh store purchase. This is the Dollarama store fresh store purchase. I use this under my eyes as a setting powder. This one looks better underneath the eyes all the way. This one looks much better as a contour powder. So they're both the same powder, but from Wet n Wild, when you use them in different areas on the face, this one under the eyes allows it to be what it looked like you baked, kind of like with the Fenty Beauty one. That's what this one looks like. This one as a contour powder, I haven't found a high-end powder that matches with this one as a contour that gives the perfect blend of all types. A bronzer. This is really good. It's $2.99 in the drugstore and it operates like a $59.99 bronzer. This is the Annabelle Perfect Butter Bronzer. Butter Bronze. This is $2.99. It operates like a $50 bronzer. Trust me on that. Trust me on that. Y'all, them quick reads that we be putting in, them quick reads that them niggas won't each. This powder right here, this is the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop Powder Foundation. I use this as a bronzer. I use this as a bronzer. Amazing. Both of them amazing as bronzer. Full face setting powder. Full face setting powder. The industry knows how I feel about this one already. Y'all, if this ish break on me and cause me any type of bad luck ish from this industry, don't let this ish break on me. Because I'll be pissed. This, however, this and this are the exact same match. This is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Powder Foundation, and I'm in the shade 420, okay? So take a look at this shade and take a look at that. They are pretty much, this one is a little bit back, but if you were to wear both side by side, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference on your skin because your skin heats up to be the same exact temperature and you wouldn't be able to get nothing from. You wouldn't be able to get nothing to say, oh, if I do a side by side with this, can y'all tell the difference? No. And that's what I don't want to be able to see. I be watching a whole lot of y'all do side by side. I can tell strawberries from raspberries when y'all do your side by side. I can tell strawberries from raspberries. You ain't supposed to be able to tell strawberries from raspberries when y'all do side by side comparison. You're not supposed to tell it's supposed to be equal. It's supposed to be strawberry to strawberry, raspberry to raspberry. I be watching a whole lot of comparison videos. Strawberries, raspberries, bell pepper, cucumber. Study the product. Study the product. Study the product. Study the product. Okay? Highlighter. Hard Candy highlighter. Twinkle Light highlighter. I use this as my under eye setting powder. And I used the lighter version of this one. Absolutely, absolutely amazing. Looks like I got kissed by the sun. Looks like I got kissed by the sun and I got a little itty bitty sunburn, but I didn't. I did not. Underneath the eyes, really good. If you do it on the cheeks, you'll be looking like you're shining through the stars from the skylight, and anybody can find your ass wherever your ass be when you wear that as a highlighter. Eyeshadow palettes. Eyeshadow palette. Milani Gilded Gold. This three right, this row right here, this is my problem row. I'm wearing it today. This is my problem row. But 3 hours later, my problem row becomes a golden illuminizer type of row. 3 hours later. This is the only row that I got problems with in this palette. This is the only row that I got a problem with, okay? Because the only matte in this is the green shade, which is Eden, and that's the only shade you can work with, bro. Is the absolute only shade you can work with in that three shaded area in order to get this look as a matte shade. Other than that, other than those three shades being my difficult row, other than this area being my very difficult row to get a look out of without it being a hot mess before it turns into this, the entire palette is a bombshell palette. Bombshell palette. I haven't been able to find a high-end comparison to that palette at all as of yet, and I've been trying to find one for a very long time. I've been trying to find one for a very long time. Anyway, last week, y'all know I went into this palette and I went into the first row. This is the Essence Daily Dose of Love palette. I went into this row, right? I went into this row right here, and y'all had a whole lot to say when I did that video. Y'all requested that I do it again, and I did it with this shade on the lips. Let me just adjust that. Let me adjust that. It's be like Jamie and Francine. Jamie, what's up? What's up, Jamie? Jamie, how you doing, Jamie? How you do, J? Mhm, mhm. If y'all know what I be talking about, hit me in the comment section below. Anyways, the final eyeshadow palette that I use for this week is the Matte Bar Maybelline eyeshadow palette. This one is from Maybelline New York, the Matte Bar. I can't even remember which shades I used in this palette at all. I can't. I can't. I can't because your skin is looking so absolutely natural. Your skin, excuse me, is looking absolutely natural. It looks like you use a contour powder or a bronzing powder to set your eye, and that's it. Is this eyeshadow palette right here? Is this eyeshadow palette right here? Is this eyeshadow palette right here? The Matte Bar Maybelline New York eyeshadow palette. It looks like I used just a plain old bronzer to set my eyes. No ma'am. 3 eyeshadows takes me to blend my looks, and that's how I set my eyeshadow and make it look like I'm only wearing a bronzer, and that's it. Anyways, that was a whole lot of products to mention, which is why I was speaking so quickly because I have another video to go from after this. Um, but with that being said, that is it for today's video. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to this channel for more. And like I said, if you want to see the looks that I got from using all of these products off camera, go check out my Triple X channel, $10. In order to see this video early, you will get one of the looks from one of my Triple X channels to see how I get ready for that job over there, okay? With that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in another video. Bye-bye.